So you're the bald fat guy now.
Yeah, and slightly Latina.
Latina?
Yeah.
Well,
Gender and everything.
wow.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah. I'm Latinx with a little extra weight and
Is it Latin? I thought it was Latinx.
I don't know, man. It changes. It changes more than the HBO logo.
Latinx. Latinx.
Hey, you know who's changing it? Not them.
Yeah.
White people.
Yeah.
White people keep changing it.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Secondhand Therapy. We want to remind you that this is not advice, professional advice. We're not therapists. We're not licensed professionals. You would think that I would have this intro down by now, but I don't.
I also would have thought you would have started over by now. But
no, I'm not. I'm sticking with it.
Yeah.
I'm being stubborn.
Shocking.
Thanks for listening. We're just two guys going through it. This isn't professional advice. We're not therapists. Do us a favor. Subscribe to the channel. That'd be real nice.
Yeah, like the video, maybe share it.
Ooh.
It'd be great.
Check us out on Patreon. We have a ton of stuff going on over there, but we'll tell you about that later. Let's get into the episode, right?
I guess.
Hello, my little bear cubs, and welcome back.
Secondhand Therapy.
I'm going to pull you real quick.
Okay.
Did you see this comment that we got?
Oh, no. Hey, number one, of course I saw it.
I sent it to you.
Number two?
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
I don't remember it exactly, but this woman commented that I gave her the ick.
Oh, yeah, you did send me that.
Hey, you think I give a fuck, bro? What?
God,
you think I'm trying to win you over? Get the fuck out of here. Oh, it was so funny.
You handle it way better than I do.
Yeah.
That would have haunted me all day. I'd be like, what did I got him?
Dude, it's so funny. And also, the idea that this woman thought that I talked about all that, like my partner, and my partner didn't hear the episode and say, yeah, that's fine, before we put it out.
Right, yeah.
Like she's just some deaf mute that has no clue what's happening in her own house.
We just keep her in the attic. Like,
Jesus.
No podcast for you.
Little Anne Frank up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had therapy this week.
I know. I'm so excited to hear about this.
It was just intake. It was kind of boring.
Did you get ponytail or black guy?
Asian.
Where did that come from? They just threw him in as a last minute deal?
Yeah.
They're like, we got this Asian guy in the back. We know you're not happy with ponytails.
Exactly. He came out in his jeans and Nikes with his fabric lunchbox, and I was like, that's my guy.
That's your guy. That couldn't be more your guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that for you.
I'm going to apologize. I still have a cough for some reason. I'm sorry. It's going to happen throughout the episode. I apologize. I'm trying.
Yeah. Sometimes I clip it. Sometimes it's just there.
Just this wheeze,
Yeah.
I'm going back to the doctor tomorrow. Fluff them all up.
Ooh.
Yeah. Hey, take my lungs out.
Yeah.
Hey,
get rid of them.
So I had therapy. This gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
Do I say his name?
No.
What's your therapist's name? You're firing him soon. Who cares?
I'm not saying his name.
You don't know his name, do you? Do you know his name? Tell me the truth.
I do know his name.
First and last?
It's very hard to pronounce.
I knew there was some sort of racial problem here.
There's not a racial problem. It's very hard to pronounce.
Can you pronounce it? Try it right now and bleep it out if you want.
I can't. I'll show it to you after.
No, yeah, but tell me now, and then I want to read it later and be like, not even close.
No.
Bleep it.
No.
You're a bitch.
Go on. What is... Don't say your therapist's name. What... Just describe them.
His name's Dominic.
Okay.
For what the fuck do I care? Who gives a shit?
Okay, Dr. Dominic.
Dr. Dom. Well, I was very upfront with him. I fucked with him a little.
Okay.
A little.
I knew you were going to.
A little.
What'd you do?
Well, first, we sat down, right? I go, how old are you?
No, you didn't.
I did. And he goes, 30 something? He goes, I'm about your age, a couple years younger. And I go, do you know who I am?
What? You did not.
I swear to God.
You did not.
I did.
Well, actually, you know what? I don't hate that. We are
Yeah.
getting passed around in the therapy circles.
Yeah.
And
It was a weird thing to ask, but I had to ask.
that is kind of weird. Holy
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, to be like, hey,
Yeah.
do you have Instagram? You're a therapist with social media.
Yeah.
You seen this baby face before?
So I said, you know who I am? And he goes, should I? And I go, ideally, no. And he goes, I don't. And I go, okay. I was like, here's what I'm going to tell you. I have a podcast. It is therapy related. One of my boundaries is you do not listen to the podcast. And he said, okay.
Wow.
And that's how we started.
What a power move for you. Like,
Why is that a power move?
I don't know. It just feels a little, you know, that just gave me the ick.
Okay.
I'm fucking with
Like
you.
hey, hold on. Wait. Like I give a fuck, dude.
No, that's actually really smart. I just would never, I don't think I'd be able to do that.
Really?
Yeah.
You would, even at this juncture of where we are professionally,
Yeah.
my last therapist, she told me, she's like, you come up on my TikTok. And I was like, you don't watch them, do you? She goes, I swipe it away every time. She's like, it happens not infrequently.
Wow.
So you wouldn't be like, hey, be real. I'm a star. Do you recognize me?
I would never say I'm a star. I reserve that for, when I cut in line in Southwest.
They don't know you.
They don't know me there.
Yeah. Nah. They go, oh, Southwest?
Southwest? Oh.
Yeah, it's just you and David Spade out here, so go fuck yourselves.
No, I don't know. I also, my first therapist listened to the podcast.
I still can't believe that.
Yeah.
Can I?
Sometimes helpful.
Never helpful. Nope.
Sometimes helpful.
Can I tell you why not?
Sure.
And this is from my therapist.
Okay.
Because therapists are not supposed to have an opinion of you outside of therapy. So the fact that your therapist can and did go, how about and like suggest something that you were talking about not to her is not cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I found it helpful.
Okay.
I don't know. I didn't think. Yeah. Also, I find it hard to believe that your last therapist would swipe away. That's crazy.
I believe her.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would, she would watch clips in therapy, like we were talking about something.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, and this, and I'd just show her the clip. Like the one we,
Yeah.
Yeah. But no.
Interesting.
I believed her. But if she didn't, like, she never
Yeah.
brought something up, like, well, actually, you said this on the pod. I'd be like, oh, hey, I'll lie to you if I want. You know?
Tell me about Dr. Dom.
It
How was your first date?
was okay. He seemed a little, we were both just feeling each other out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm intrigued to see how it goes. I also told him that I intentionally chose a male because that's uncomfortable. So he already knows that. I also told him I need and like to be challenged in therapy.
Yeah, you like it rough.
Yeah, I don't want to be coddled or like, oh, that is hard.
Yeah.
Like, say when it's fitting, but if that's every time you're just like validating me, like, I'm not going to get anywhere with that.
Yeah.
And because he asked me, like, he's like, what was, your last, he asked me therapy history.
Yeah.
And things I did and did not like about previous therapists. And one of the things from the guy I saw before my previous therapist that was long-term, I only saw him for a few months. Yeah, just not that much challenge. And we ended up just like our therapies that kind of just ended up being like hangs, like you and I talked about a few times.
Yeah.
He also asked me something I've never had a therapist ask me before. What are some of your strengths?
What? Okay.
Yeah, and I was like, it was a fucking job interview?
Yeah.
And it kind of like took me aback. I noticed myself, there were a lot of long beats.
Yeah.
Of, me like thinking and him thinking. Like, it's going to be interesting, man.
Yeah.
He asked me some of my strengths. I sat there for probably 90 seconds just thinking.
Care to share?
Sure. I think I said problem solving.
Mm-hmm.
I said humor.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what else I said. Then he asked me, what are your needs? And I thought he was going to say weaknesses.
Yeah. You were all set.
But he said needs.
Yeah.
And of course, rather than rattle off some needs,
yeah,
I go, identifying needs is pretty hard for me. And also advocating for them, also hard. And he goes, yeah, that's not really what I'm asking. And I said, okay, what are you asking? He's like, what do you need from me? And I was like, we did that on what did I like? Remember?
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember that? It pissed me off.
Of course it did.
Tell me I didn't do it right? Hey. I did flip it back on him one time.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you about it right after this break.
I can't wait.
Okay. Hello, my little bear cubs, and welcome to this commercial break. Now, you don't want to hear this. I don't want to do this. Please, for the love of God, go to Patreon. It's a good way to support the pod. Ad-free episodes, early episodes. There's a bunch of bonus stuff here into that. Another way you can support the podcast. We have merch available. Vasectomy Farms. If you're trying to come in chicks without getting them pregnant, put on one of these. Not true. But we are pro-choice around here. And we're pretty pro-vasectomy. We both have vasectomies. Merch available. Secondhandtherapypod.com. We appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Here's a couple ads. So the thing where they, how many days in the past 2 weeks have you experienced this?
Mm-hmm.
He was doing that, and one of them was felt down, depressed, or hopeless.
Yeah.
And I sat there and I was like, those are 3 pretty drastic differences. And he stopped. He goes, yeah, you're kind of right. And I go, so if I'm feeling down and I'm feeling hopeless, you guys, that's the same question for you?
Yeah.
And he's like, why is it listed like that? And I go, look inward, my guy. I didn't make the form.
This is your survey.
Yeah. So we talked about that, how even like you and I have talked, intake can be such a, not like careless procedure.
Yeah.
But are you really getting what you need? Like when you ask me these questions? Like, yeah, I felt down a couple days in the past couple weeks, but I never felt hopeless. So,
yeah.
I don't know.
That is pretty drastic. I just had to fill out one of those forms for my pill pusher for my Adderall, my anxiety meds.
Yeah.
And they give you like a sliding scale. Is it like one of those, like a 1 to 6 or something like that?
It was 0, 1, 2, 3. 0 being never, 1 being a couple days, 2 being most days, 3 being almost every day.
Yeah, there were a few like that, but then there was also like on the ones we had to like gauge it. It was like 1 to 6 kind of thing. But yeah, same kind of thing where the category would just be like, have you thought about harming yourself.
Yeah.
And then it's like, or others, or this or that. And it's like, well, ask me one by one. Like, maybe I'm thinking about harming myself, but not other people. Like, why is it all lumped into the same thing?
Yeah. And also, of course, I've thought about harming myself.
Yeah.
Now, I've never made a plan.
Yeah, where's that box?
Yeah.
Unplanned harm.
Yeah, I got real annoyed and was like, man, if I jumped out this window, it would just... That's how you win an argument.
Yeah.
Where's that? You know?
I only to win an argument. I'm going to write it in next time.
Yeah. Traffic was bad, so I thought I would go lay down on the other side.
Yeah.
I didn't. Yeah, I don't understand the...
Yeah.
But also, what are they going to do? If you're like, yeah, I think about killing myself. Like,
they come and get you.
So you're going to tell the truth?
And that's the other tricky part.
Yeah.
I think people that know, like, hey, don't say that part.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
It'd be cool, dude.
Be cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
What else do we talk about? Oh, my goals for therapy. Self-love, of course.
Yeah.
And he said, say more about that. And I was like, well, all of what I've seemed to find to be shortcomings of myself or things I don't like about myself, ideally I'd like to accept them rather than loathe myself for them. And he goes, that makes sense.
And he's like, often? Very often? Or...
Yeah, and I'm like, we can't both be autistic in here. That makes sense. Hey, my guy. Dial it up. Yeah.
So you're off to a good start with this guy.
Yeah, I kind of like him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That makes sense.
It's so funny. My guy didn't do any of this.
Yeah, you have Kaiser.
Yeah.
He shows up like half the time.
I know. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, he never asked me about my goals. He never about my strengths.
You've never set intention of what you wanted to do in therapy with him?
No.
Oh. Hey, I figured out why nothing's happening.
Yeah, hey.
He's just showing up like, what's up?
Yeah. I mean, honestly.
How is that helpful?
I don't know. Sometimes it is. Sometimes we get the cracking, but
chopping it up.
Chopping it up. It usually I signed up for parts work and I'm getting just talk therapy.
This guy does not do parts work.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, gonna be interesting. I'm going back to what seems to be talk therapy.
What are you gonna do?
Fucking yap, bro. I'm just gonna be yapping in there, dog.
Yapping.
I wonder if for me it'll be a nice reprieve from because parts was very out of my comfort zone.
Yeah,
which was good for me. Because I am so intellectual and I intellectualize so much.
Yeah,
going back to talk therapy might be a nice shift.
I was gonna say this might be more of a challenge because you hate to yap.
I know.
So,
yeah,
I'm glad somebody's forcing you to do it.
But I love to analyze.
Yeah.
So now I'm actually curious, if, with all the parts I found and all that, if now I can go and analyze them with him. I don't know. It might not work, and I might have to go find someone who does parts work.
So is your only goal then self-love?
Self-love. Trying to have a healthy relationship with food, as I do not. And I would like to show empathy better. Because I feel empathy, and I have empathy, but it doesn't always come through, communicatively, or because I'm so monotone or whatever. So I just want to work on that. Those are my three goals.
Nice.
We'll see. What are your goals? If you had to start therapy tomorrow, what would your goals be?
Oh, man. I would want to do parts work. Actually do parts work.
Yeah, so that's not a goal. So what are things
I'm getting
within
there.
Oh, okay.
Jesus.
Sorry.
Just turn off the tism for a minute.
Sorry about that.
So I want to get down to I would like to have more control over myself overall. And I think my parts kind of run the show. And I wish I could do better at identifying them and talking to them and controlling them. So core self would be the work that I would be wanting to be doing, is like discovering core self, working on showing up for myself, setting boundaries, those kind of things. And all the things that like I'm like just not there.
Why do you think it's about controlling them?
Oftentimes they take over. There's no other way to put it. Like I go through these moments. I just had one of these yesterday. I just have like these shutdowns. And the shutdowns usually happen when parts aren't getting along. And I try to intervene, and they're like, usually the more stubborn one is usually the more powerful one. And they're just like, yeah, we're going to shut this whole thing down. So, and it's really hard to get out of.
What does that look like?
Literally shutting myself in my room, laying in bed, not even like, oh, I'm resting, like, oh, I'm going to take a nap or whatever. No, it's like just laying in bed, most of the time, fully closed, just kind of like shut down.
Just like staring at the ceiling?
Usually on my side and staring at the wall or nothing, or just like endlessly scrolling just to do something, just to have some kind of function. Yeah.
What parts are you usually dealing with when that happens, do you think? Or like emotions, I guess, since you're not really haven't identified parts yet.
Feeling overwhelmed. Yeah, yesterday, let's talk about yesterday, because you and I talked a little bit about it last night.
Yeah.
And it was really helpful, and we'll get there. But
I have the glasses on. So.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
I popped the lenses out.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that.
Well, we did a photo shoot.
We did. We're fancy now.
We got a photo shoot. We got some pics coming.
Yeah, speaking of self-love.
Hey.
That was rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was not good.
Yeah, it was not okay. Yeah. You and I were both like leading up to it. Just not.
I don't like to be on camera.
Yeah.
This is as far as I go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want pictures. I don't know that.
I have purposely not been in front of the camera in 2 years.
Why?
Self-love, just like not feeling like I look like me. I feel like
That's self-love?
Yeah.
Oh.
I hate myself. I hate the way I look.
Those aren't the same.
What are you talking about?
So when you say I hate the way I look, for you that's the same as I hate myself?
It's all lumped in there. I feel like it's the umbrella of self.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. I just don't look like myself, and I've put on some weight, and
Who do you look like? Because from where I'm sitting,
yeah,
you look like you.
Yeah. My dad.
Papi. Oh, papi.
My brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't look like me.
When did that change?
I think we've talked about a little bit on here is like shaving my head was a big thing for me. Hair was identity for a long time for me. And it's so weird because like in just life, most of the time I'm like, yeah, I look great. This is awesome. Like, and then I'll see a picture of me, whether it be candid or not, and I'm like, oh, that's what I fucking actually look like? Oh, fucking kill me. Like, I don't know who that guy is. That's not what I had in my head. That's not what I look like up here. So who the fuck is that?
What's the difference up here?
Thinner.
Okay.
I don't know. I can't describe it, but it just doesn't. Oftentimes they don't match. And this is where control comes in. Is like, I like pictures of me that I take because I'm in control of the angles, how they look, everything like that. So like, if I can control it, then yeah, I'll post it or do whatever. But man,
how many takes does it usually take for a picture for you?
actually not a lot. I know you don't believe me, but I'll show you my camera roll.
I don't want to see it.
I know it's never a lot, like, because I'm pretty good at knowing my angles and all that stuff.
You know where you need to be.
Yeah, I know my spots. But that's again like something I can control. But sometimes like last fall I was working on a film here and they were like behind the scenes photos and like all that stuff, and I saw some of them and I was like, who the fuck is that? Who is this fat bald guy running the camera? I'm like, oh, that's you. Cool. That's not me, man.
Fat bald guy.
Yeah. Like,
we'll be right back.
all right, I'm going to try something different here. I'm going to tell you, don't go to Patreon.
Yeah, you're not fucking welcome.
Yeah, you know what? We don't want you there. We're having too much fun without you.
Yeah, you probably couldn't afford it anyway.
Yeah, it's like $5.
Broke bitch.
You don't have that.
Broke ass.
We know that.
Broke ass bitch.
Yeah, so we don't even want you there. We're having too much fun. We have a whole nother podcast going on over there. You get episodes early over there. You get merch. Sometimes we just give shit out for free.
It's true. Hasn't happened in a while because a lot of our merch now, you know, the proceeds are getting donated to women's reproductive rights. But
yeah, so
you don't give a fuck about that, do you?
You don't even care about that. So you know what? Enjoy your fucking commercials.
Yeah.
I hope you like. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do an extra commercial.
Double them up.
We're doubling up on you.
Usually get 2 30-second ads. There's 3 coming.
That's right. That's what you get.
Yep.
So I hope you're happy because we're happy.
Take your $5.
Keep it.
And go fuck yourself. Jesus Christ.
Wow. This is the worst commercial ever. Join us on Patreon. We love you.
So you're the bald fat guy now.
Yeah, I'm just and slightly Latina.
Latina.
Yeah.
Well,
gender and everything.
Wow.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah. I'm Latinx with a little extra weight and
is it Latin? I thought it was Latinx.
I don't know, man. It changes. It changes more than the HBO logo.
Latinx. Latinx.
Hey, you know who's changing it? Not them.
Yeah.
White people.
Yeah.
White people keep changing it.
Yeah.
Anyways.
True. Yeah. Hey, we know best.
Hey, you know. But yeah, I look like Mario. And
I mean, Julio was the obvious.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know, it's hard for me.
So you hate your body at this point.
Oh yeah. None of my clothes fit, dog. I don't, and that's the mind fuck, right? Like I don't feel that much different. Like I can tell that I'm carrying like a little bit extra weight. I can just feel that, but it feels like holiday weight. You know what I mean? Like that kind of feeling you get like after Thanksgiving. You're like, man, I got to get back after it.
Yeah, it's May.
Yeah. But you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It feels like
Maya
that.
weight, huh?
Yeah. I was out partying with my people. And so I feel like I'm carrying like just that amount of extra weight. But God damn it, none of my pants fit. Like what happened there? And I mean, not like, oh, it's a little hard to button. I mean, my thighs, they won't go over my fucking legs. I'm like, what happened? What happened?
You got tiny little legs. Maybe you're just out of your skinny jean era.
I mean, maybe.
The sweats don't fit either.
Yeah, buddy. Shirts that used to be like baggy and like I wouldn't wear them because they were too baggy.
Those are your t-shirts now?
Boy, they tight. They tight, boy.
Okay. I'm going to ask you an uncomfortable question.
Sure.
Do you hate it enough to do something about it?
Yes.
Okay.
I've been getting up every fucking day, and I've been going for walks in the morning. I've been drinking more water, and I've been going to the gym. Not all the time, but I have been going to the gym more than I had before. The main difference in my activity since we've moved here is the hiking. Like, I have not been active as I used to be. I've been editing and I've been traveling and I've been.
There's a lot of hiking here, but it's all 40 minutes away.
It's 90 degrees at 9 in the morning. So you're like, hey, do you want to get up at 4 a.m. and drive 40 minutes to hike on flat land?
If you hated yourself enough, you would.
Goddamn right. I'm getting there.
Hey,
I'm getting there.
Hey.
So yeah, I am starting to do something about it because I'm like, what the fuck are we doing?
Do you like physically? You feel pretty good though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, it's a weird mind fuck where you're like, I feel great, and then I go to put clothes on, and I'm like, you fat fuck. I'm like, what are you doing?
Huh?
I mean, you know this, but I'll tell them that a week before the photo shoot, every night for dinner, I was having cereal for dinner.
Yeah. I don't get that.
Afraid to have a full meal.
But why is carbs and sugar a good choice for dinner?
I just thought it was light enough to just be like, I'm going to have a bowl of cereal and call it a fucking day.
Were you going to bed hungry?
Yes, starving. Here's the thing. I'm so hungry all the time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what's going on? So,
can I answer that?
Yeah, I already know.
Oh, okay.
No protein.
Yeah, eat something with satiation.
I know. All I eat is cereal and pussy. 2 scoops.
Oh my god, dude! One time, nah. I'm not gonna tell that story. Have you been tracking your food?
No. No, I haven't.
I don't think you hate yourself enough.
I feel great. I feel great. Nothing fits.
Yeah. That's a weird thing.
Yeah.
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 I had that a couple weeks ago. Pre-bronchitis.
Yeah.
When I could breathe. I was at the gym fucking just lifting so heavy. And I was like, oh, I'm strong as shit right now.
Yeah.
And then I like did some cardio and wasn't that tired. Went and did like a little bit more weights after and came home and I was just like, yeah, and like clothes that I would like weren't fitting the same. And I was like, what happened here?
Yeah.
How am I this strong? My cardio's good and I'm still fat. What is that?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
God's cruel joke.
It's also just genetics.
Yeah.
Like, oh, man. Because you see some people and you're like, oh, they just hit the genetic lottery.
Yeah.
Yeah. They work out like once a week and they're just ripped. You're like, oh, cool, man. Tight.
Yeah. It's weird. So I was just feeling overwhelmed yesterday. And I just have a lot of projects going on and trying to do everything all at the same time. And hey, man, it caught up to me.
Yeah.
And there was a part of me that was just so...
How many times are you going to hit that?
I hate it. I hate it.
Yeah. You see how mine's up? Look at that. Oh my, and now you're not even blocked by it in the camera. Oh my God.
I hate it.
All right. Punch it again.
I move. I talk with my hands too much
I know.
to have this thing.
Yeah.
Anyways, I was feeling overwhelmed, and that part of me was just so stressed out and so overwhelmed. And the other part of me was just begging him to do something about it. You know what I mean? Like pleading, like, please, can we just fucking do this thing that we need to do? And they were just fighting. And yeah, I tried to just intervene and be like, yeah, I'm just gonna fucking do that thing. Like, we need to do it. It needs to get done. And they locked me out. They're like, oh, cool. Let's shut this whole thing down.
And you have no control after that.
It doesn't feel that way. Because I know all the little tips and tricks. I know what I should be doing or could be doing, and you can set a timer and you can do this. I know, piece by piece, break it down into small, make a list. Yeah, I know. I don't even have the energy to do that. It just, that's what shutdown feels like, is I'm just zapped I'm just literally just drained of all my energy. And there is no motivation there to do anything. And yeah, and then shame comes in. And because now the shutdown happens, and once the shutdown happens, I will lock myself away. And then once I can feel that you guys notice that I'm shut down, you know what I mean? Like, I can feel that energy about in the house. Then shame shows up, and shame's like, well, you can't go out there now. Like, you've been hiding all day. And so I'll just try and stay hidden until it blows over, which could be the next day, if I'm lucky, or it could draw out for a few days. But I know all the things I could be doing and should be doing, and it just doesn't matter. I just don't have the energy. I can't break through.
Have you ever tried to like make a plan before it gets there? Because it seems like if I put too much on my plate and I try to do everything, I end up shutting down.
Yeah.
So have you tried or thought about making a plan before you get to shut down? Like, knowing if I don't do these things, I'm going to end up shut down.
Kind of.
Okay. What does that look like?
I'm pretty good at making lists and knowing what I need to do and where it goes, you know what I mean, kind of thing.
Physical list or ether list?
Both. Physical list is the most helpful. And
hey, man, no shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I made one today.
Good for you.
Where that becomes a problem is that I'm excitable. And with the Adderall, it really cheerleads that excitement. And it's like my ADHD on fucking steroids when it comes to like new shiny things. Mm-hmm. So when I have a new idea about something, I'm like, oh, let me just see what that's like. And then the next thing I know, I'm in a 3-day project of writing a you know, a week and a half ago, I wrote 64 pages in 3 days.
Yeah.
Why? I have things to edit. I have other things going on. I have stuff to do. But, hey, man, got excited, hammered that out. And that's what happens is something will come up. I get excited. I lock in. And I was telling you a little bit about this last night. Like, it almost feels like sometimes with the Adderall that I'm not driving the car. Like, I'm in the driver's seat. We're flying down the highway. But I'm just trying to keep us on the road. But I am not in control of where we're going or how fast. We are just fucking cruising, and it's going somewhere. And I'm just trying not to wreck.
Is it worth it?
Yeah, because sometimes I get to drive, you know, and it's fucking great. When I can drive, oh, buddy, it's fucking magic, man. I go to all the stops. I go everywhere I need to go. But some days I start with a plan and I think this is going to be the day I do X, Y, and Z. And man, I end up way out in the fucking, I'm 2 states over. Like, oh shit, where the fuck are we?
And that's out of your control.
It feels that way sometimes.
What's the reality?
The reality is that I'm sure that if I were a more disciplined person, I bet I could steer that car a little bit better. But it's a real hard car to drive.
Do you have desire to become more disciplined?
Yeah, that's another thing I'm working on. Been working on. Discipline is hard for me too because of the excitability that goes into that. So even on those days where I'm like, this is the plan, like we're not steering clear, like we have to get this done, excitability comes in. And yeah, it's hard because what helps me is having multiple things to work on because of my ADHD, and that way I can, you know, not get burnt out on something and stay motivated on different things. But the problem is I'm working on too many ththings right now. And so now I'm getting burnt out on everything. My brain is just fried because I'm just working it so much that I'm like, we gotta shut this thing down. And so yeah, it's a weird trade-off. Like, it's a weird gift and a curse, man, of like, yes, I could be more disciplined, but that would interrupt my creativity. But I would get more stuff finished, but I would have less new ideas.
Why would you have less new ideas?
Because I would be shutting out that excitability and being more disciplined and focusing on the thing that I'm already working on instead of seeing where this thing goes, this new idea goes.
What if you just write down the new idea?
Yeah, but the way it works for me is I get like flooded with it. And so it's like, it's so new and exciting that it takes over. It's all I can think about. It just floods. And so it's more than just like, I'm going to write this idea down about this script. I'm already thinking like, okay, well, where's the arc for this guy? And then, oh, I could have this scene. Like, I'm seeing scenes play out. I'm like trying to, that's more than just like jotting something down real quick. Yeah.
I don't think it has to be, but
Yeah, I mean, I could probably. I think a more disciplined way to do that would be just to use my voice notes or voice recorder more and lean on that to just let it spill out of me and then go back later.
Are you afraid you're going to forget?
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. I don't remember anything. You know what I mean? Like, I retain so little that, like, yeah. So I'm afraid if I don't use it, I lose it.
Let's take our last break.
Well, we're back with another commercial. Yeah, that's right. You did this. You did this to yourself.
You did it, you broke bitch.
No, we're off. We're not doing that.
That bit's over. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean any of that. I am so sorry.
But you are doing this to yourself. This is, I don't know if this is self-harm on the survey or not, but it can't be fun to listen to all these commercials. Why are you doing this? Don't do this to yourself. You deserve better. You deserve Patreon. There's a whole nother podcast on there. I've already told you this. I'm not going to tell you again.
I can't wait for them to come and be like, you understand the irony of you calling me broke when you're asking for $5? Hey, that's the bit.
That's the joke.
Let me hold on to $5.
Anyways, if you do want to, you know what? You should complain. If you want to message us, here's the thing right here.
We got a great voicemail today I meant to play for you.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man. You can send us physical mail. You can leave us voice notes. You can send us text messages. Sometimes we play them on air. Sometimes we talk about them on air. You might just hear yourself or something you're talking about. So send us some mail. Send us some love. Send us some hate. We don't care.
Yeah.
It all goes to the same place.
Right into our hearts. It's the bronchitis.
Jesus.
I can't kick it.
Please subscribe to Patreon so we can get this man some health care. He's dying.
I need an inhaler.
Tiny Tim needs an inhaler.
I have one. It doesn't do anything.
Oh, God. Check us out on Patreon. We love you.
Thanks. Send us a text. I'm going to die soon.
You know, you said something last night that actually helped for once.
For once?
For once.
Interesting.
One time. That's one time.
I think without me, you would be homeless. No podcast. Just.
Oh, I'd have 12 podcasts. That's the problem.
How many podcasts have you had? Hold on. Let's both count. Let's see if we get there.
Okay.
So this is your 6th podcast.
This is my 6th podcast.
You're welcome.
Hey. 6 times the charm.
Well, you finally found the missing ingredient, didn't you? A little marinara.
Feelings?
Somebody funny, I think.
Oh, thank God.
Whoops.
I'm retired.
Whoops. You're welcome.
Jesus Christ. I didn't want to tell you how you helped me now.
Oh, yeah. How'd I help you?
Okay.
Was it this podcast?
No.
The number 1 podcast?
It's not number 1.
Don't worry about it. I don't need to be. I'll tell you when I need to be fact checked. The number 1 mental health podcast
That's right.
on Apple and Spotify.
That's right.
Number 1.
Number 1.
Sometimes the rank the algorithm.
Sometimes, yeah, the numbers get mixed up.
Sometimes there's like 3 ones. Weird.
Yeah, that's weird. That's not.
How did I help you? The number 1 friend.
Oh, God.
Number 1 co-host.
Yeah.
The missing ingredient to your podcast dreams.
It was a pretty simple suggestion.
I told you to grow up.
Nope, that's, I mean, yeah, you did, but that's what you always say.
I didn't tell you to.
No
I
matter
said,
what.
my instinct is just be like, hey, you got to grow up. Life's hard sometimes.
Yeah. That's I'm glad you're not having any children.
And honestly, I stand by that.
I know you do. I know you think that's the answer for anything.
It's not the answer, but it is true.
Okay.
Life's hard sometimes.
Yeah, I know. But you're allowed to complain about
It's hard
it.
Okay. Go ahead. How did I help you? How did I heal you?
Well, healing is pretty strong.
I know.
You made a pretty simple suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
And it worked.
What?
And that suggestion was
What Papa say?
You're doing too much.
What Papa say?
Focus on one thing at a time.
Yeah.
And I was like, I've never thought about that.
He's so stupid.
Yeah. Yeah.
It really helped you, huh?
It really did. I was like, okay, I'm going to try this. And I'm feeling so much less stress. I worked today and knocked out the majority of what I needed to do on one of the projects because I'm focusing on just that project.
That is wild.
Isn't that crazy?
What a crazy, crazy result.
I know, right?
It's almost like you could have predicted it.
Almost.
Almost.
Keep
praising me. What else? What else, Papa say?
Nah.
What else, Papa say?
Now we're done here.
What else, Papa say?
No, but it was nice. It was, it just... You and I have talked about this too a little bit about like when I do make a list, you're like, yeah, but do you have priorities? And I'm like, no, it's all the same value, which is insane.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
And I tried something different today. And I did the little things first and knocked them out, and it felt fucking great. There's a couple of emails here and there, something like that, and I was like, oh, these are done, and I feel great.
That is, yeah. Every time we're going to like do something, you're like, I can't. I got a couple emails I got to do. Like, that's 45 seconds of work.
Yeah.
I got these 2 emails. I got, okay, do them on the way. I'll drive. What?
It's overwhelming for me sometimes.
Yeah,
it's weird. And we also talked last night about how sometimes when you and I talk about those things, those overwhelming feelings or that shutdown and things, like I think this goes hand in hand with the grow up thing. I don't feel like you believe me or something. Yeah, it doesn't come off as believable, or because I know how crazy it sounds. When I was talking about it 10 minutes ago, when I'm like, yeah, I just shut down and I don't have any energy and I lock myself away. Like, that sounds insane.
What does it matter if I believe you? Who cares?
Again, it goes into that image thing about being like, I want you to, or anybody to be, I just want to be a good boy.
Shout out to dead moms. You did it. You're still doing it.
Yeah, I want you to be proud that you're my friend, or feel good about being my friend, or anybody I'm associated with.
What does that have to do with your productivity? You think I don't think you're a good friend if you're being productive on things that have nothing to do with me?
Yeah, if you're like, this guy can't even fucking send out a couple emails. Like, what a fucking idiot.
Yeah, sometimes. But I'll say that to you.
Yeah, but like,
would you rather I didn't?
Sometimes.
Oh, yeah, well, you got the wrong guy.
Yeah, life's hard. Grow up.
Oh, 2 emails, dude? Well, let me count to 60. I think you could finish. You want me to time you?
Yeah, so that's where shame comes in. And that's where it's like, yeah, I know how crazy it sounds. Even me hearing me talking about it, I'm like, what's the problem?
So what is that feeling then?
What do you mean?
Because it feels overwhelming, but when you hear it,
yeah.
What's the problem? What is that feeling?
Anger.
Judgment.
Yeah.
That's a part.
That I just can't do it. I'm like, just do it.
Do you believe you can just do it?
Sometimes, usually after the fact. Like, usually, again, when I'm talking about it being out of this funk, I'm like, well, that was dumb. Like, what the fuck was I doing? But when I'm in it, I'm in it. And I can't see a way out.
So that doesn't hold any value for future funk self. You can't look back and be like, dude, tomorrow this is ridiculous.
Yeah, but it doesn't help me fight out of it. Yeah.
What would help you fight out of it?
Acceptance.
From?
The parts that are shutting down. You're like, okay, you know what? You're right. Let's shut everything down for a minute. I'll give you 2 hours, or I'll give you tonight, or whatever. But tomorrow we're going to do this thing. And that's usually what works for me, is allowance and acceptance of being like, okay, I heard you. We'll shut it down. And then, but like, tomorrow's a work day, or we're going to be trying something different, or like, so it's like compromise with those parts. That's usually how I find myself getting out of it.
How are you feeling right now? You seem sad.
Dumb.
What dumb?
It just goes back to what I said. Like, it just doesn't, even to me, it doesn't sound real. If somebody else was telling me this, I'd be like, just do the thing. Like, I would be like, hey, make a list, do that. I would be telling them the exact same thing people tell me. So yeah, I feel foolish. I feel shameful. I feel powerless. I feel
powerless to who? Or what?
Myself.
And we know that.